Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from our sponsor. The Daily Compliance News for May 9, 2022, the Business Travel Rebounds edition. And we begin with that story as Bloomberg reports that companies are reporting more trips going forward as executives want to kick the video conferencing habit and meet people face to face because, of course, it's just not the same. This is one piece of evidence pointing to a rebound in business travel. I think if you have traveled any time in the past 2 months, you have seen things pick up again. Next up from the LATimes, the feds moved to seize a $63 million mansion linked to corruption scandal involving an Armenian politician. A French-style chateau in one of LA's most exclusive neighborhoods with 11 bedrooms, 27 bathrooms, and an asking price of $63.5 million is on the market. But this week, federal prosecutors moved to seize the real estate, alleging it was fruits of corruption involving a powerful Armenian politician and his children. The government outlined in a court filing how the property was purchased with bribes paid to the former finance minister of Armenia. Next up, according to Reuters, a shareholder group has sued Twitter and Elon Musk to stop Musk from completing his purchase of Twitter before 2025. The suit claimed that although Musk only owns 9.6% of Twitter stock, he's the effective owner of more than 15% due to the the agreements he has with big Twitter shareholders, so that essentially he is one block of votes that he controls. The fund said that it was asking that the court delay the merger by 3 years unless 2/3 of shares not owned by him grant approval. So it's going to be a long fight for Musk, and we'll just have to see whether he gets bored or not. And our last story comes to us from the Wall Street Journal, Risk and Compliance Journal, Mingy Sun, reporting that on Friday, the Treasury Department imposed sanctions on a virtual currency mixer it said North Korea had used to help launder stolen virtual currency as part of the country's malicious cyber program. Blender.io was blacklisted, and it marks the first time Treasury has put a cryptocurrency mixer on its sanctioned list. So interesting to see this development occur. OFAC said Blender operates on Bitcoin blockchain and helps facilitate illicit transactions by obfuscating their origins, destination, and counterparties. Blender.io has helped to transmit more than $500 million worth of Bitcoin since 2017. Mixers are various entities such as mixers use various transactions are commonly used by suspicious groups, according to the Department of Treasury. So interesting to see the first mixer sanctioned by OFAC. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.
This podcast is a part of the C-Suite Radio Network. For more top business podcasts, visit c-suiteradio.com.